Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Sharon and I channel archangels. Let's start. Hello everyone, this is Sophia. We hope that all of you are well and taking good care of yourselves. We know this is a difficult time, but instead of addressing the most difficult aspects of your life, we would like to direct you to the most sublime. That is the bliss of your own inner self. As you progress on the spiritual path, joy begins to come up from within without any outer trigger. You simply feel happy. You feel better than happy. You feel filled with joy. And if someone were to ask you why, you would just say, "That's how I feel." For there is no reason, no trigger outwardly. This joy is the beginning of experiencing the bliss of the inner self. Within each one of you is a direct connection to the most divine, the most sublime experience of Source. When you touch fully that space, you are overwhelmed with ecstasy. The bliss is thousandfold more than anything you can experience in your mundane life. It surges through every pore of your being. It explodes over and over in waves of ecstasy. You become fully absorbed in that inner bliss. At times you may spend hours melting over and over into that ecstasy. At others, when you engage with the world, everything that you experience is simply bliss. The things that you see emanate bliss. What you smell gives you waves of ecstasy. What you touch thrills you with the ecstasy of bliss. And if you experience nothing outwardly, you are still consumed by the waves upon waves of bliss. This is a union with the ecstasy of Source. When you experience this bliss, there is nothing that is greater than this experience. This bliss is love. This bliss is pure light. And this bliss is self-sustaining. You need nothing outside of your own self to stimulate it. For indeed, the bliss emanates from deep within your own being. You eat bliss. You drink bliss. When you breathe in, it's bliss. When you breathe out, you breathe out bliss. And yet, this bliss feels ever new. It's constantly fresh. It is ecstasy, wave upon wave upon wave of bliss. As you progress even farther, you become that bliss. There is no separation between the one who experiences it and the experience itself. There is only bliss, appearing to be encased in a physical form. When you are in this state, nothing that happens in the world will diminish that experience. And yet, you become the embodiment of compassion and understanding, for you flow with the movements and the will of Source. You don't have to think about, what should I do about this? How should I deal with that? You simply act, and that action is perfect because it is an expression of Source in its purest form. When you become established in this state, there is no going backward to a more contracted experience. As you progress on your path, you may have glimpses of this joy, this bliss, and occasionally the ecstasy of that bliss. But eventually, you become established in that state of oneness with the Supreme Consciousness. This is the goal of what we offer you. This is the supreme purpose of each of your lives. It is far beyond any goal you might have in the mundane world. You simply pulsate with the experience of oneness with Source. This is why we encourage you to meditate, to experience this state beyond time, beyond space, where there is only union, oneness, and the sheer ecstasy of that. The mind falls away. Your ego, which labels, judges, and divides everything around you, dissolves. And there is only pure consciousness, the bliss of that union with Source. This is the supreme goal of meditation. And this is the supreme goal of devotion. It is the supreme goal of all of your studies. It is beyond words, beyond names and forms. But even in this state, you can experience the world, names, forms, objects, but they are all filled with that bliss. For there is only one pure consciousness, one supremely divine, ecstatic self. This is the goal. And this is why you meditate. Not to find a little peace, a little relaxation, although those things come definitely with meditation. It is to achieve that pure oneness state of complete merging your awareness with that of the Supreme Source of all. Let's meditate. Get a nice, comfortable, erect position with your spine relaxed and upright, your feet flat on the floor, and close your eyes. If you have a mantra, by all means use it. If not, begin to follow your breath with your awareness as it moves in and as it moves out. Between each in-breath and each out-breath is a golden space. There is a divine pause between each inhalation and exhalation. In that pause, there is the space of silence, silent mind. It may be only the tiniest of seconds when you're active. But when you are meditating, you have the opportunity to explore the space between your breaths. And as you continue to meditate, that space can become larger. Those are the opportunities to go within. For in that space, the mind becomes quiet. Your emotions subside. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into the space between your breaths. Gently sink deeper into that space. Gently bring your awareness back to the room. Take a deeper breath. You can wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And then open your eyes when you're ready. The goal of all spiritual practices and of all spiritual paths is the highest state, the state of supreme union with Source. Just as when a river moves into the ocean, it loses its limited individuality and becomes the ocean. So too, as you move deeper and deeper within your own being, you eventually merge into that one supreme consciousness, beloved Source. This is your true nature. Everything that exists is made up only of that pure consciousness. Even though duality appears to exist, higher and lower, darker and lighter, there is truly only one supreme light, one supreme consciousness, and that is you. You are that. Meditate so that you can know that and become established in that supreme state. We all send our love, our light, and our blessings to each one of you. I am Archangel Sophia.